that killing other living entities is sinful, then why were the Kshatriyas allowed to kill and hunt animals in Vedic period? Okay. So, Kshatriyas had a duty to perform in the society. What was their main duty? Kshatat trayate iti kshatriyaha. They have to protect their subordinates, the citizens whom they are ruling over, from all kinds of harm. Bodily harm, harm to our dignity, to our respect, to our honor. Nothing should be harmed in any way. That's the duty of a Kshatriya. Now, when we speak of praja, citizens of a country or a place which a king is ruling over, in Vedic times, a citizen is called praja. The word ja is the word which denotes birth. Janma, jayate. These are all, janma means birth, jayate means takes birth. So, praja means one who has taken birth in a place. He is called the praja of that place. So, any living entity takes birth in the kingdom of a king, that living entity becomes the praja of that place. It may be an animal, it may be a plant, it may be a bird, it may be a fish, it may be a human being. All are considered prajas. And all of them have equal right to be protected by the king. The king has a duty to protect not just human beings. He has to protect animals also. He has to protect the plants also. Unnecessarily, no plant or tree should be cut. Unnecessarily, no animal should also be killed. Unnecessarily, no human being also should be killed. This is the duty of a king. Now, when we speak of protection, who is eligible for protection from the king? Those who are subordinate to the king and who are willing to follow the laws of the land have the right to be protected by the king. If I come into a kingdom and I say, I don't care for the king, I will not follow any of his rules, then I don't have a right to be protected by the king. Do you understand my point? Suppose I'm walking on the street, and even today's world you take, I'm walking on the street and somebody comes and attacks me. I can go to the police station and I can seek protection. Now suppose I'm a history cheater, I'm a gunda, I have done many murders, I have created a lot of hangama in the city. Now somebody attacks me, I go to the police. What police will tell? You yourself are a gunda, you are coming to me for protection. Every time when I call you to the police station, you run away. Now you are coming for protection. What protection? I am not going to protect you. I will put you in jail. Right? Why? Because I am a criminal. So a criminal cannot expect protection from the king. Why? Because criminal is disturbing the law-abiding citizens. He is harming the other citizens. He is stealing their wealth. He is destroying their safety. He is destroying the peace in the society. The king is supposed to protect everyone. The king is protecting the citizen. One man is going and stealing his wealth. So, if the king says, the thief is my citizen, so I should not show any violence to him, I should protect him also. Then, what kind of king is he? He has to punish the criminal and he has to protect the innocent. That's the meaning of protection. No? So, if the king has to punish the criminal, how will he punish the criminal? He has to use violence. Punishment means violence, no? Can you think of any punishment in which there is no violence? Punishment means violence has to be there. In the school, I remember in our childhood, I don't know, nowadays maybe it's different. In our childhood, when we were in class, in school, if we are mischievous, then the teacher will give us punishment. What is the punishment? The teacher will always bring a wooden scale to the classroom. The teacher will tell, extend your hand. You extend your hand, fart, you'll get one beating. And suppose you have been very naughty, so severe punishment, then the teacher will say, show your hand like this. And then rough, you will get one on the knuckle. Very painful. So the teacher is being violent, no? What kind of teacher, yeah? But it is required, otherwise the child will go out of control. So punishment, when you tell, punishment means there has to be violence. And the degree of violence will vary according to the degree of crime you have committed. I did some naughty activity in the classroom, the teacher will beat me once, over. That much is enough. Now I go and murder someone, the king will call me and he will not take a scale and beat me on the hand. No, he will say, you have committed a murder, hang him, take his life. This is violence. But it is required because that's the kind of criminality he has done. So the king has to undertake violent activities. It is unavoidable in the discharge of his duty. Tomorrow somebody comes and attacks the kingdom. The king has to respond with violence. Terrorists come into our country. Now if the Prime Minister says we are a peace-loving country, let the terrorists come, we will not do any violence against them. That's all. He is not fit to be a Prime Minister of the country. Right? No? If a terrorist is coming into the country, the Prime Minister says, shoot him down, and the terrorist is shot down, everybody will say, what a wonderful Prime Minister. So, of course, today's politicians, they will tell the soldier, they will not go into the battlefield themselves. But in the olden times, the kings used to personally go to the battlefield and fight anybody who tries to attack the kingdom. So, they have to have fighting skills, they have to have martial skills, and they should be not fearful of violence. You see, in our college, in +2, we had biology lab. Any of you have been through that biology lab? I think nowadays it is not there, but during the days, in 89, 1990, I'm talking of those years, 30 years ago. So those years, what used to happen in biology lab, there used to be an experiment where they would give a live frog to the students. And in the lab, you have to go and dissect and take out all the organs and show this is the heart, this is the lungs, this is the intestine and all those kind of things. First, they will teach the theory in the classroom with all the pictures. Then you have to go to the classroom and actually take a knife and dissect. So, one of my friends, all life he had been a vegetarian, poor fellow, and they gave him a frog. He took the knife, put one cut, fell unconscious. And they had to lift him and take him out, sprinkle water and all that. And teacher came and said, okay, I'm exempting you, don't come to the lab, you go. Can you imagine that? So imagine somebody is so unused to violence. Now you tell him to go and stand in the battlefield and kill a human being, what will happen? He will die of heart attack. One frog dissection is falling unconscious. If he sees a human being being killed, what will happen? He will have a heart attack and die. So you see, to be able to stand in the battlefield and fight also, you need training. You need training. You should be used to all the gore and the blood and the violence. So therefore, the Kshatriyas were allowed to hunt in the forest so that they get used to seeing all that violence and that blood. So when in the battlefield, they will not hesitate, they will not turn their backs. Their stomachs will not turn. Now, when the king goes to the forest, now the animals in the forest are also his citizens. They also have the right for his protection. So the king will not kill any and every animal. There were only certain animals he will kill. Wild animals like the tiger, lion, wild boar, which is creating disturbance in the forest, because in the forest those days, sages, saints and hermits also used to live. Some tiger, some lion is coming and creating trouble. It is not allowing the sages to perform their activities peacefully. The king will come and kill that tiger. So those kind of animals which are disturbing to the rishis and sages, or those which are very ferocious animals, those kind of animals only the king will kill. Not go and kill some rabbit and come and say, oh, I'm a king, I killed a rabbit. King means yes, go and kill a lion or a tiger, then he is a king. That is how they used to get the name Singh. Singh means he went and killed a simha, he killed a lion. That's how he is a Singh. He is a lion amongst men. With his bare hands, he went all alone, fought with a lion and killed him. Then he gets the name Singh. This is the original, I'm talking, not today's word. I'm talking about the original origin of this of these titles. So that is how Kshatriyas used to go to the forest and they used to kill the animals. And there were some animals which were meant for sacrifice, like deer and such other animals could be offered in a fire sacrifice, which they would kill and bring to the city, and the Brahmanas, they would perform a fire sacrifice in which these animals will be put into the fire, and those same animals will again come out of the fire in a new, fresh, youthful body. So such kind of animals also would be hunted by the kings. But otherwise they would not kill simply any animal I saw, kill it. No. Only ferocious animals which are creating disturbance in the jungles, or animals which are fit for sacrifice. Only such animals the kings would kill. And that would keep them trained and fearless. Imagine the king is going all alone and a lion is rushing at him and he has to fight that lion and kill it. He cannot turn back. So he has to become fearless. So then when he goes to the battlefield, if there is an enemy who is attacking him, he will stand and he will fight. He will stand his ground. Yuddhe cha-apalayanam, Krishna says. That's the characteristic of a Kshatriya. Yuddhe cha-apalayanam. From the Yuddha Bhumi, from the battlefield, he will not show his back and run away. He will stand face to face and he will fight to death. He will either win or he will die, but he will not come back from the battlefield empty-handed. This is a Kshatriya spirit. So naturally, for that training, they used to hunt animals in the forest. Not for pleasure, not for sense gratification, not to put them as a trophy on the wall. These were not the intention.